What is going on, everybody? It's your boy TFG here, coming back at you with another Minecraft video. We are back today in the how-to world, where today we're going to be talking about how to make the biggest and best fireworks possible in Minecraft. There are 5 stages to making the biggest and best fireworks. First things first, we're going to make plain rockets. Then we're going to add firework stars that are colorful to those rockets. Then we're going to add a fade effect to those firework stars. Then we're going to add effects to those firework stars. Oh, it's going to be amazing. And then in the end, we're going to add multiple firework stars on the same rocket. So that might be a little confusing right now, but in just a moment, you will understand everything. First things first, we have plain rockets. You'll see here in this chest, all we have is gunpowder and paper. That's because plain rockets you can make by placing in whatever shape you want in the crafting grid, 1 piece of paper and 1 gunpowder. You will get a plain rocket that has no explosion, makes no sound, is super boring. So let's add that explosion to it. We need to make a firework star. To do that, you want to grab more gunpowder and you want to grab whatever dye you would like to dye it. You can use just 1 dye, or you can use multiple dyes. Let's go ahead and make one of these. So the firework rocket, the plain one, is just paper and gunpowder. The firework star is gunpowder and dye. So it's just paper and gunpowder and dye and gunpowder. And you'll see right here, we now have a blue firework star. It says blue right there. You can add as many colors as the crafting table grid will allow. So you need 1 piece of gunpowder, which means you can add 8 different colors of dye to 1 firework star. You'll see I have a couple colors here. We'll go ahead, we'll put this in the crafting table grid, then go ahead, do your plain rocket recipe, 1 paper, 1 gunpowder, and your firework star, and we now have a firework that explodes and creates a nice multicolored explosion. But what do we do next? Well, next we can add a nice fade effect to that. How do we do that? Well, we'll go ahead and we'll actually put these dyes back, clear up some room in our inventory, and what we're going to do is, these are just plain firework stars right here. They don't have multiple colors, but you can absolutely use one with multiple colors. For this example, I'm just going to grab a purple one and a red dye. Any dye in any firework star will do. And you'll see that if I add this, if I come over here, it says fade to red on the bottom. So basically, any firework star you make, you can add this effect to it, and you can add a nice fade effect. You'll see if I do it again, it's going to say fade to cyan now. You can only do 1 color. It'll erase the first color that you did. So now what you do is you go ahead, add your paper, add your gunpowder, and we are back to exploding another rocket, where this time we have a nice fade effect. You'll see it changes to blue right there. So what have we done so far? We have made plain rockets, then we added colorful explosions, then we added a fade to the colorful explosion to the plain rocket. Well, now we're going to add some effects. So there are 6 different effects in the game. These 2 over here you can add to every single firework star. These over here are a little different because they cannot be combined with each other. So let's go ahead and talk about that visually. Well, visually, I made a little chart here for you to see. See up here on the top over here, it says After Effects. So After Effects, these are after the explosion. I put a little potion bottle to resemble these, and these are the diamond and the glowstone. You're going to get a nice trail effect, like a willow tree branch, like coming down, or with glowstone, you'll get a twinkle effect with a sound effect as well. So these happen after the explosion. Because they happen after the explosion, you can add them to every effect. You can mix them, you can even mix them with each other. But these 4 down here, they happen during these explosions. These affect the actual explosion, so you cannot mix them. The creeper head, any mob head, will make a creeper-faced explosion. You cannot add that with a feather, which makes a burst explosion. You can't have both. And you can't add either of those to a gold nugget, because that makes a star-shaped explosion. And then down here we have the fire charge, which makes a large explosion with a heavy sound. So you'll see that these affect the actual explosion, so you can't add more than 1 thing because it just wouldn't be possible. But you'll see that over here is empty because we can't combine them with each other, but you can always put a diamond and a glowstone in, both or just 1, and add some effects. So you can still do some things. So let's go ahead and we'll show you guys this so that you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let's grab all 4 effects. We're going to leave these effects over here on this side, and I'm going to bring these over here on this side so that we don't get confused. We'll keep them separated. And you want to go ahead and you want to grab dyes. Remember, we can put quite a lot of dyes in every single firework charge. So you want to go ahead and you want to grab a bunch of dies. Let's actually grab 2 more and we'll get to making. So what do we need to do? Well, we can go ahead and, well, let's how do we make a plain firework star? Well, to make a plain firework star, you need dye and gunpowder. Well, now let's add a couple more dyes to make it a little better. All right, and then remember, these two you can always add. You can add them both or just one. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add these two, and then we're gonna choose one of these 4. Remember, you can only ever choose one of these 4. So let's put 1 in there. We still got an extra space, so let's go ahead and add another dye, and boom. We have, you see it says large ball. That is because we have the fire charge. Remember, this is a star, this is a burst, this is a creeper head, this is a large explosion. So large explosion, large ball. We've got 5 different colors of dye, and we have trail and twinkle from the glowstone and the diamond. So let's go ahead, we'll grab this out, and what do we need to do? We need to add a piece of paper and a piece of gunpowder. We now have our rocket, and we can test this out. Check this thing out. That is insane. It's already huge. There's a bunch of colors, it fades, but there's still one more stage. There's still one more thing we can do. Let's clear up a little inventory space. Let's come over here and let's talk about how we can actually add multiple firework stars to every single rocket. So what does that mean? Well, these are all examples of the nice firework star that we just created with a bunch of colors. It has trail and twinkle from diamond and glowstone, and it has one of the 4 effects that you can add. So we'll come over here, we'll put paper here, and we'll put gunpowder here, and then we can go ahead and we can add 7 different, whoops, we added 2 of the same one, 7 different firework stars to the same rocket. Now, if you guys have seen crazy fireworks on YouTube videos or something, what you were seeing was this. Check this out. It will fill your entire screen with effects. So let's do that again. We'll just add a couple to this next one. We'll add 3, and then we go ahead, we add our rocket recipe, boom. And now we have another one with a bunch of effects, and let's make one more because I have a nice little device set up to blow up 3 at the same time. And we'll do these, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll add this. All right, so now we have another one. This one fills the whole screen too. And we're gonna come over here, and I just put a redstone line with a lever that leads over to dispensers, and you need to add repeaters right in front of them to make them fire. And that's just like the easiest way to have an automated system for your fireworks. And check this out. Boom. Look at that. So yeah, for some reason it's glitching for me right now, and some of them you can't see them, like where I'm blowing them up or something. I don't know what it is. Whoops. But check this out. Look how massive these explosions are. Yeah, you see sometimes it's glitching for me right now. I don't know what's going on with that, but this is what you can do with fireworks. You can get some massive explosions. Just a quick recap. Remember, there are 5 stages. You start with plain rockets. You add colorful firework stars. You add a fade effect to those. Then you add effects. Remember, there are 4 effects that you cannot combine, and these 2, which you can always add. And then you just add multiple of those firework stars, and you end up with a pretty sweet explosion. Check that out. Thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, maybe leave a like, maybe even stick around with the channel and subscribe. And of course, as always, have a good one.